Hey guys, Deathbringer here. We're on Fallout 76 Adventures. Yes. Oh, there we go. Oh, partially fixed. All right. This is basically an review of 76 for the past 2 years. Mainly because I want to talk about the Brotherhood stuff, which I will get to. I will be streaming later on tonight. Because I didn't stream yesterday. I will explain why. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm fucking exhausted constantly. Bearing in mind, I'm an insomniac, so I don't sleep at the right times, or I don't sleep enough. And at the moment, I'm not sleeping enough or at the right times, so I'm getting a jumbo bolt of both. So just please bear with me. I was supposed to have a bunch of different things planned this week, but I didn't get round to doing them just because I was just so tired. I am so sorry. I will work on it. Hopefully you understand. Apparently I never cooked that. But first thing first, I want to review on the little vault. It's a short quest just to be able to get yourself a vault. You can have a camp up top, and then you have your own interior cell at the bottom, and I am loving it. Okay, first things first, I like my camp up top, but the problem was I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do, and my workshop was taking up a bunch of the space. Now I've removed the workshop, I can actually decorate for the seasons, because Christmas is right around the corner, and I have a bunch of Christmas decorations that I want to put up. And when the Christmas trees roll around next month, I will be buying them to be able to put a Christmas tree up somewhere. But this first room is dedicated to the workshop, and the workshop only, because I didn't know what to do with it. So, ta-da. I've got the power on that side, and I blocked it up so people can't just randomly walk through. And this is my bunker. I put it as kind of like the dream bunker I would like in real life, because when I move to America, and with a great deal of time, money, and patience, I'm going to be having my own bunker built, and slash man cave, slash weapon storage, slash, yeah. But this is pretty much what I would like. Obviously, it's Fallout, so I'm going to put some decorations up here that I probably wouldn't have in real life. But as you walk in, you've got some nice, cute little decorations. Team one at the bench there. Not entirely sure why, but yeah. The little kitchen. Unfortunately, there are things you can't put in here, but I'm sure they will fix it eventually. Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it eventually to be able to be put in here. Like, I want display cases in here, and at the moment I can't. Bearing in mind, the DLC was released early, so understandable if that was something they planned to do, but then we got around to doing it. But you got my little kitchen area, and you can hear the generator. Got the little kitchen area, which was I'm here. Okay. Got a little dining section, because it'll probably be just me and Teen here if we ever needed to use the bunker. Got a piano for music, and then we got a nice fire to warm ourselves up. And then the small ass bedroom, which I wanted to put a bunch of plushies down, mainly for Teen, and because a few of them I wanted, like this guy and that one. Fucking hell. But yeah, it's small, and unfortunately we have a leak on the bed, which I hope gets fixed, because this isn't the only style vault there is. When Bethesda gets around to releasing the rest of them, there is another 2 vaults that have themes. This is a Vault-Tec themed vault, and I can't wait to see them, because depending on which one I like the most is depending on which one I use. This one is temporary, even though I've decorated to high heaven. I'm just not exactly happy with all the leaking, hence why I want to change it. But hey ho. Got a little bit of decoration, and Teen helped me sort out the bathroom. So, we got a little bathroom in here. And then we have my Brotherhood of Steel office, which in real life it would be my meeting room where, like, if there was a zombie apocalypse or an apocalypse of some kind, me, Teen, and whoever was in the, like, in my team, I guess, my squad, would be sat at this table trying to figure out a plan to be able to figure out where we're going to go next, what we've got to do, stuff like that. And Teen did that as a joke, Mothman ruling over the world. Explosions everywhere, caused by Mothman. And she loves the Mothman, not entirely sure why, but the Mothman is kind of cute, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my vault, and I like it. It's a decent amount of space, and I've pretty much got what I wanted done with it. It's basic. It looks like something that would be lived in. I like it, and that's pretty much how I play. This character has never been reset. It's never been redone. Every decision is based on my first time experience dealing with the problem. And so every single problem I've come across has been basically my views. There's nothing can change the fact that when you first make a decision about a problem in a game for the first ever time, that is your most clear, absolute, truthful decision on what you would do. And this character is proof of that. I pretty wanted to live that way on this character because you don't have a backstory. You are the backstory. You can choose whatever backstory you wish. So I chose to play as me, at least on my first playthrough, hence why my character's called Mark. My name is Mark. So yeah, I am hardcore Brotherhood, and I will be permanently staying that way now. I will be changing outfits, but I will always be hardcore Brotherhood. The house hasn't changed all that much, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, the house is pretty much still the same, minus the workshop isn't back there, and we've dropped a floor. The kitchen's the same, still got stuff on display, food. Got a bedroom back here, which is almost identical to every other bedroom I've ever had. Which no one ever goes in there anymore. In here is my little secret man cave for me, Teen, and the lads when they play. E.g. J, Crow, whenever they can get their fucking asses on and actual play. Yes, I'm talking to you guys, get your asses on and play. But, yep, it's just a secret bar. Just a place for us to chill, and I kind of like got my triumphs in here. I became a Free State member for a while. I was a responder for a bit. I've still got tons of decorations to put in, but I haven't got a lot of building space left, so I don't want to do that until I know roughly what I'm working with when it comes to decorating out there. Got guns on display. If I can get the, what's it called, display stuff downstairs, like in the vault, I will actually be removing a couple of things and putting it down there. But I've got another display here. But yes, I've got plenty of... It looks like a home. It looks lived in. It looks like a proper home. And I like it. This is the style of home I would like. Alright. That being said, I am now going to go just wandering about and seeing what trouble I can find whilst I am talking about the state of 76. 76, I know I hated on quite a bit early on and stuff like that. 76, in my opinion, has improved. It's improved a lot since its first release. For someone who's played Fallout 4 or is now just coming into 76, you've pretty much got a shit ton of extra content that beta players never had. Me and Tina, beta players, we were playing the stuff, we got it completed within a couple of weeks. So we ended up obviously completing everything relatively quickly. So the game got pretty dry pretty quick.
I don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
But yes, the game has its problems like every game in existence. There will always be problems. At the moment, I'm mad at Bungie because they took my 1,000 silver when I was trying to figure out how much it was going to cost to boost my character's light to 1,200. And they took my money. They took my currency, didn't boost my light. So I'm a little bit pissed about that. But can't be helped. I've messaged them. I'll find out. Bethesda is no different. Bethesda likes to fuck over people sometimes, or even if it's not their fault, they can't help it. It's part of the game. It's something that's bugged out that they need to repair. What people don't understand or don't care about is the fact that when you release a DLC, you are guaranteed to add bugs or a code gets unwritten or something like that. It's not going to stay exactly the way it was supposed to be. When you release a DLC, it's going to bring up problems. That's what I've been seeing in the Fallout 76 community. There is a very large number of people that are shitting on the game. It's not Bethesda's fault. They are trying. Admittedly, the release of the DLC early was potentially their fault. They blamed it on Xbox getting the update early, and it made everybody else redundant, kind of thing. So they released the DLC early when it wasn't completely finished. The DLC itself was finished, but obviously it had stuff missing. And they are planning on fixing it. They know there's problems. They know there's bugs. It's why the last couple weeks are crucial to make sure that the game-breaking bugs are not there, or at least manageable until they can find a permanent fix. And the community, there's no pleasing the Fallout community. It's impossible to please them. All they do is bitch and moan. It's like, oh, I wanted this, I wanted that, I want some new stuff. No, I wanted some of the old stuff. Bethesda's just trying to accommodate everybody's wants with the game engine they have. Yes, it's the same game engine they've had for fucking years. But I'm not going to hate on Fallout. Fallout is my favorite game franchise of all time because I like the apocalypse. 76 mechanics themselves I prefer over Fallout 4's because it's more survivally. You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to maintain your weapons, you have to maintain your armor. It is great. It is what I like. It is how I wish Fallout 4 was. The leveling system, I didn't like because you were limited to what you could do. But recently, Bethesda had dropped an update to put in legendary perks. So you can either have either you could have certain perks that helps out with certain things, or you could have perks that adds more points. I think it's 4 more points on your chosen special slot. It's what I've done. There are 5 in total. I am yet to put my last one when I reached level 200 in the strength slot because I have a cool new toy, two cool new toys that I wish to be able to switch between and use. I have started using an ultrasight Gatling laser and a 2-handed melee weapon, the Oathbreaker from the quest. I am enjoying it. The game itself needs tweaking in certain areas. They've tweaked the leveling of the enemies, and I think it's more fair to the people who are OP as fuck, like me, Teen, and people who are in the 500s. The enemies are easy as shit, or at least was easy as shit back then. They didn't have the toughness that we desired. They fixed that, people started bitching about it. You can't win. Bethesda can't win. I am happy with the fact that Bethesda is going above and beyond to try to make this game fun and keep it alive. Obviously, with the problems of the Fallout community, there is no way you can make them happy. There's always a small group of each and every game that hate the game. yet they want to make it known. That being said, one of the DLCs that got released for 76 was shit, because it got released in 4 parts, I think, and it was just crap. The whole DLC was shit. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it was the one with, it was like going to like camps and stuff like that, and the only thing I like about it is because I got a backpack. That is literally it. I wanted a backpack in the game, and they brought it in the game. I have never tested this. Let's find out. Hey, friend. Oh, you're not hostile. Okay. And they essentially made it... the DLC was just genuinely boring. It didn't appeal to me. I don't even think I've fully done the entire thing, because I've just been... I don't really explore all that much. But it's basically just stupid shit. I don't really remember all that DLC. Don't remember that DLC all that much, just because it didn't interest me, therefore I didn't do it. Or I did it just to get it out of my way. It was very tedious of what I remember, because you had to... You coming to kill me or what? Alright, fine, fuck off that way. It was very tedious at points, because it was like, do this, do that, do this, and then you will unlock this to be able to buy this, and it's like, why? But, all the same, they've improved that. I don't want to do it again, but I know I am going to have to with the, what's it called, the walkthrough, but I'm probably going to leave that and be like, I forgot about it, because it's just a shit DLC, and I'm not interested in it. That was a legendary Mora. When I first started playing, I was a rifle build, but because the stealth was broken, and still partially is, it's not that great. So I am now a commando build. I still use stealth. I still have my stealth perks on. I just choose whether or not that I use it. But I mainly wear power armor now. And being in power armor, I can take way more damage. I was saving up for what's it called? I was saving up for the mod to be able to make my power armor be able to go in stealth mode, but me being me, I fucked it up and started spending money because I was trying to sort out this fucking thing. I named it Artemis. Not entirely sure why, but I did. But either way, they have improved. The new DLC that has been released is... I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed it. You had the option... Oh, by the way, if there's... this is spoiler, so if you don't want to know, skip ahead now. Or, actually, I'll probably be talking about the DLC remainder of this game, so... this video. So, jump back in when you're ready to find out what happens, or if you already know what happens. But I enjoyed the fact that I was able to choose if I kept the Brotherhood in touch with the California side of things, and I chose not to, because I don't like the Brotherhood for their values. Their values are shocking. So I chose to leave. I wanted to leave, so I left. And now they are independent. They're an independent splinter group of the Brotherhood. They still use their views, but they're not going to be so uptight. They're not going to be so uptight, which means they're going to be a lot more helpful, because the Paladin wants to help the settlers, and I admire that. The Knight, unfortunate Knight Shin, doesn't want to, so there's that. He's a dickhead. We all know that. Let's move on. But the DLC was good. It was a decent length for a small DLC. I don't know why I didn't just pick that up. For a small DLC, it was pretty decent when it comes to the length. There was things I wish they would let us do. Kind of like the fact that, hey, why can't I rank up from Initiate? Which makes me think there is going to be a secondary DLC because it just kind of ended. You did all that. There was no confrontation between them. Shin still fucking brooding over in the corner like a little man-child. And it just feels unfinished. I honestly thought I had encountered a monster of some kind. But yeah, it feels unfinished, which I'm not exactly happy about. Which makes me think there is going to be a secondary portion of this DLC because it was uploaded early. So the part they were still working on, they didn't finish. So, with them not finishing it, it might, if they have or haven't, it's kind of up to them, really. Fucking robot's not here again. But yeah, it's up to them. But I have a feeling there'll be another update to be able to. It will be something Brotherhood, and I wish it will, because depending on our decisions that we made in the main DLC, will depend on the fate of the Brotherhood there. Like, there'll be 2 entrances to the next set of Brotherhood members to try to reconnect them because they've been off comms for so long, or something like that. And that is what I hope. And for all I know, that's what plan they have. But, yeah. That is pretty much the only 2 issues I have with the game. Is the fact that they released it, in my opinion, unfinished. And we're stuck as Initiate. I would like to be, like, a different title, but that may come later. Like, depending on what you chose, actually, to be honest, it doesn't really depend. Shin will probably be made Paladin, and he'll need a new knight. And if you sided with Shin, you would be made the Brotherhood DLC, or a part 2 of this DLC in a later update. That's what I think they'll do. And if you side with the Paladin, you become her right-hand man or woman, depending on what you are. You will become her right-hand Brotherhood knight. And I would like that. I was expecting after the DLC finished that we would be made a Brotherhood knight, not a Brotherhood initiate. I don't really like the fact that I feel like I'm a noob in the Brotherhood when I am not. I launch nukes, I am a god, and I kick ass wherever I can. I can walk into a place and clear it. They sent me on missions that were supposed to be for a squadron, and I came out unscathed. Sort of. So why am I still just an initiate? But I'm assuming we'll get to that in a former update. And I hope that they explore that option, because that would be good. I know it means giving everybody the option to become a knight, but still. I think it would be fairer and cooler if we became a knight, and when we did, we'd get the knight paint job for the T51 of power armor. Because I like the look of my power armor I've got. I'm wearing a full set of T60, but you have the issue of it's not as strong as my ultrasight armor, which I will be switching to eventually. which I might end up just switching to anyway because I think it's just a skin that you can put on it. I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be a paint job just for the T60. I will find out later. But either way, I believe that the DLC is good. It just needs a bit of improvement and a bit more content towards the ending, because the ending left me feeling unsatisfied. But with that being said, I'm not going to hate on it because 76 has had its rough patches and they are still trying to make it better, and 76 is improving with every update and deeper and like fucking up again and again and again later on down the line because of updates breaking things. Like currently I had a problem with my Artemis. I didn't know if it was an ultrasight weapon because I hadn't used Gatling lasers. This is actually the first time I've used them properly. I didn't know the difference between the two. So I had my own set of like, what the fuck, what is going on? The name is supposed to have ultrasight in it. Mine didn't, so it's what made me think that either two had accidentally got combined or the name was bugged out. Thanks to the Fallout community, I figured it out, so did they, and all fixed, all sorted. It is an ultrasight weapon. It's why I wasn't able to put mods on it, which is what I was trying to do, and it was starting to piss me off. So I now know it now works, and I'm now happy. But yes, the DLC was fulfilling. The weapon... one of the bugs that me and Tien encountered is she didn't get one of her rewards. It was a reward weapon. It was a sledgehammer that she didn't get. She didn't get it for some reason. It was a Ghoul Slayer's sledgehammer. She didn't get it, so I gave her mine. She didn't want it because it was mine. It was part of the quest line. But I honestly didn't mind because, one, I would never use it, and two, I have Tien for the melee. The only reason why I have why I keep the Oathbreaker on me is because I like the look of it, and I'm probably never going to use it. But saying that, I probably may just like pull it out just to play with it. Is there a nuke anywhere? Wow, you're a high level. Is there anybody in the silos? Because that might mean there will be a nuke being launched.
Hi
No.
there.
Oh, one thing I am really loving about NPCs, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I will say it again probably later down the line. The implementation of the NPCs was the biggest move they could do, and it was the wisest move they had done, because it opens up the channels for decent DLCs. You've got characters, you've got arguments that can have, and you can converse, stuff like that. They've put a dialogue sequence in, which is basically from Fallout 3 and New Vegas. They did a good job. I want the Fallout community to see that at the moment they managed to push out a DLC accidentally early, with it almost or finished, with everything going on in 2020. And people are bitching like, we want our DLCs now, we want our games now. They're acting like a bunch of spoiled brats, not realizing that they want to be safe. They're working from home, they're working with a skeleton crew. It is not their fault that the fact that, oh shit, we accidentally released it early, wasn't supposed to be, we'll have to release it on every other platform. Oh well, fuck it. We'll fix it along the way, and hopefully the fan base will shut up. No, the fan base got worse. The fan base started bitching and was like, oh look, we got a new DLC, but it got released early. Fuck's sake, it's just a DLC. Yes, it got released early, but hey ho, it's new content. Quit bitching. Yes, I just put my views on two things that I wish they had changed, or wish they had stuff for, and one, I have a feeling that they will be saying something about it. or they'll be introducing something about it, and I can't wait. But hey ho, they've even said because the DLC was released prematurely that certain things wasn't released. They've already admitted that the certain things wasn't released. So, but they will be released later on down the line, probably in the early December. It's just annoying how... Okay, I don't go out. I don't like going out, and I've been under quarantine before it was made cool, or you have to. So I've been under quarantine for a very long time from humanity. I don't deal good with people. I don't like people. And mainly because humanity sucks. You tell them what to do because we're a bunch of sheep, but they don't fucking listen. Go to your homes. We don't want you to kill your family members because of the coronavirus. Please stay in your homes. Stay 2 meters apart. Wash your hands. Wear a face mask. What does people do? I don't want to wear a face mask. Protest. Goes around to family members. Complains when they accidentally get coronavirus because they wasn't wearing fucking face masks. You've got people... I had... the UK is currently under lockdown again. Not as strict. But basically, you're not supposed to go out unless it's for exercise, work, or shopping. At least that's what I gathered from it. And that's how it's supposed to be. But, no. Fucking the British public are like, we're gonna sit outside fucking Primark in Wales. And because of Black Friday. And I'm guaranteed there's other stores that have that same thing. And they all gather around in huddles, waiting for the doors to open, if they haven't already. Then you've got other people that are like... I had this asshole of a twat outside singing his little heart out at 8 o'clock in the morning when I was trying to fucking sleep. Singing his little heart out. Like, I don't care if there's a COVID going on, I'm gonna sing my little heart out. And this was in the lockdown where they were supposed to be, well, at home, or at work, or exercising. No, this fucker wanted to play his guitar out in the fucking middle of the street. Which begs the question, why? You're going to get yourself killed if someone gives you coronavirus, unless you have a really good fucking immune system. You're risking getting coronavirus and risking not surviving. Humanity doesn't give a fuck. And this turned into a rant video, even though it was supposed to be about 76. But yes, it's that. My point is, getting back on the subject. My point is, people can't be pleased, and people will never be fully happy with anything that's given to them because it's humanity. They will always find the flaws in something.
Looks like it might rain later. Now that the world has gone to shit, the rich gonna be poor and the poor gonna be rich.
No, it's not. And frankly, I applaud the developers of games that are still working on getting new content out. Yes, it's slower, but bear in mind, they are under quarantine. They are at a home, trying to protect themselves, trying to still work to make these unpleasable pricks happy. And no doubt they'll succeed one day, but at the moment, not gonna happen. It's just one of those things, it hits me a bit, that people can be so unforgiving when it comes to games. It's like, we want our DLCs now. We want our games now. I don't give a shit if you're under quarantine. I don't give a shit if you're at home, so you don't have to, so you don't risk giving people the virus. I don't give a shit if you're working under a skeleton crew. We want our stuff now. It pisses me off. Because these people went into the job that they're working at, or the game company they're working with, because they enjoy either gaming or bringing happiness to gamers. But they are still so bitchy that you can't please them. It annoys me so much. And I think I lost my train of thought halfway through that sentence. And I know I literally just ranted and raved at, like, basically the guitar guy that's outside my house every now and again. But it was the fact that we was under lockdown and it was just fucking annoying. In my opinion, if someone's going to release a game, if they have to push it out, I honestly don't mind. As long as the DLC or game is good and polished. Yes, there will still be bugs. Yes, there will still be glitches. It's expected. It's guaranteed. But I will be more happier with a game that has 90% of it fixed. I can't bother to talk to you. 90% fixed and only 10% bugs. It will give them that little breathing room that they need to have a break. Because literally, once they're finished with one thing, they immediately start on something else. Fixing bugs, making sure everything's working alright, stuff like that. You can't... no one realizes how complicated it is to make a game and DLC and have it perfect is what everybody wants. I would rather a game or DLC to be released late because they were tweaking it to make it better. Which is what Bungie did with the DLC for D2. I love that DLC. It was worth the wait. They have been leaking out stuff to do with Steel Dawn for a while, and it made me excited. I don't think they ever delayed it, but either way, I still enjoyed it. Yes, the ending wasn't what I expected and what I wanted, which makes me think there's more to come. And if I'm right, awesome. If I'm not, I'm a bit disappointed, but I'll deal with it. Great, now I've got hiccups. Fuck. But on that fucking ranting ass note, I didn't mean to trail off into basically have a go at humanity for being idiots. Okay, I just want to point out not everybody is an idiot. There are people who follow the rules that help themselves. I just want to be clear. I don't get along with people down to my anxiety and the fact that most of the people I've ever met are morons. They're just stupid idiots that are just stupid. I have met people that are completely competent, that are nice, kind, and helpful. And then there's just people that you would want to hit over the head with a forklift truck. Sorry, just picturing it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I haven't got, like... I'm just going to get off that subject. For the people who know me will understand. For the people who don't, you're getting to see a side of me that not many people see because I am tired as fuck. I got up and came downstairs just to get this fucking recording done for you guys because I said I was going to do it the other day and I never did. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, I will probably be streaming either Skyrim 76 or Fallout 4 today. I was going to do Skyrim yesterday, but I kind of dropped out of my Skyrim phase. I'm in my Fallout phase, so I don't know which Fallout I'm going to be streaming yet. We'll find out. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and leave that subscribe and burn. I have been Deathbringer, and I will see you for the next one. Cheerio and goodbye. Well, I don't do shit.